Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and today I am doing my first gaming, urban exploring video. Yes. Now, to compare the two, didn't think it was possible, but yes, we are urban exploring the Titanic. Now, I don't actually know much about the Titanic other than this might be the grand staircase. Now, I don't actually know much about it. I'm not going to pretend to be a Titanic professional or anything else, but, well, you've got to admit, the Titanic, right, it's got to be like probably by far, I don't know, one of the at least top five of urban explorers. Unfortunately, we can't explore it because it's about 2 miles under the sea. And well, I'm not James Cameron, so I can't afford to go down there. And after that submarine blowing up down there or imploding, I would rather just send a drone down there. But hey ho, let's get on with the video, shall we? So then, I'm starting off with the grand staircase. There's the famous dome ceiling there, made famous by the James Cameron movie, the Titanic, back in 98, 99 that film come out. I can't remember now. And yeah, I will get things wrong in this video because it's all a bit of a memory test. But, cool. I've got to do an urban exploring video on this game because this game, right, the level of detail to it is just absolute amazing. And I've never done a gaming video before, and I thought, well, urban exploring is definitely something I do on this channel, and well, gaming isn't exactly something I'm a fan of, but I'll give it a go. And well, this is a game technically, but yeah, it's a good simulator. It's basically a simulator of the Titanic, and you can walk around most of the ship. Now, when I first played this game, some of the corridors I noticed were pretty narrow. This one's actually pretty wide, but some of these like bits in here, I could imagine a fat person struggling to fit down them. But I'm assuming back in the early 19s, there wasn't very many fat people about, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. As you can see, here's the lifts. They're quite self-explanatory. Cool. I wouldn't like to be stuck in one of those when the ship sunk. But let's have a little walk down the grand staircase first of all. Well, I mean, like, look at the detail in this game. Like, the detail is really amazing on this game. I've got to admit, it for detail, or attention to detail, this is absolute lovely. Now, this is only a demo version. It is work in progress, this game, unfortunately. But even though, for a demo, the absolute level of detail in this game is absolutely amazing. Now, we've got a seating area here. I haven't got a clue what it was used for, obviously, because I'm not a Titanic buff, but as you can see, you've got chairs circled around these rolling tables here for passengers to roll their cigarettes on and have a little chit-chat, and obviously put somewhere to put their cups of tea or coffee if they drunk cups of tea or coffee back then. And then we have a dining room. I'm assuming this is a second class dining room because I can't imagine first class being this bland, but even then, attention to detail, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, this is what it would have roughly have looked like back in those days. You don't see this level of detail anymore. Like, you just don't see it ever. And, you know what I mean? Like, check out these windows. Like, we're meant to be on an ocean liner, but you got these lovely looking windows that, you mean, it's almost like being in a ballroom. This, you know what I mean? It's like, this is like where you would go for a wedding or something. So then, this game, I use an Xbox controller to make the visual move around. It's being played on my computer. You also have the option of super speed. As you can see, I'm using super speed a little bit there. Got another corridor here. I think all the corridors roughly look the same. Go down them super speed. There's not a lot of bedrooms open, which I probably wouldn't want all the bedrooms to be open. I did see on the game website they want to get 100% of the ship. Well, I'm quite happy with the amount of the ship that they've already got, but I would like to be able to explore more parts of the ship, but I wouldn't want to go in every cabin because I'm assuming that every cabin looks the same. Now this game is called Titanic Honor and Glory, just in case anybody wants to know the name of the game. Links to the game will be in the description if anybody wants to go with it yourself, but you'll have to have a decent computer to be able to play this game. I mean, with a game with this level of detail, yeah, you're going to have a rather decent computer. Let's go into the swimming pool. There's the swimming pool. It's got to load up. I think these were known as, I don't know what this place is. I know they had a thing called the Turkish baths or something. Might have been a sauna, don't know. What the hell's this thing? A sunbed? I don't know, because you wouldn't get much of a suntan on your head and your upper body. Can we have a look inside? I don't know what that thing is. And here's the swimming pool. Have any of you lot heard the joke about two Irish divers going down to see the Titanic? So two Irish divers went to see the Titanic, and one called Paddy and one called Murphy. Paddy turns around to Murphy and says, "Oh, that's pretty good. There's water still in the swimming pool." Is that a rubbish joke or a good joke? Don't know. Whoops, fell off the stairs. Let's get out the swimming pool. I know I don't tend to go in all the swimming pools on an explore, but this one I can because it's only a simulator. And here's the showers after you've added your swim. This is what a Titanic shower would have looked like. Not bad. That must be some fire hose. Don't know why you would worry about a fire in a swimming pool, but never mind. I do know the swimming pool is completely sealed off. Nobody can actually get to it. It might actually be pretty well preserved. Now, there's another shower here, and then some random beds here. I don't know what this is. It might be a sunbed. Did they have sunbeds back in the old days? I don't know. I thought wanting to get a suntan was a relatively newish thing. You would have thought so, but hey ho. Right, let's head out. I think we've seen everything we need to see in these rooms. Some storage of sacks. I don't know what's in the sacks because you obviously can't open one. So another load of sacks. Yeah, we have a flight of stairs here. Why not use it? Lovely map of the ship. What's in that door? Oh, you can't go through that door. Can we go through this door? Yes, we can. It goes to Scotland Road according to the thing on here. Now, Scotland Road, I do know a little bit about Scotland Road. It stretched all but from one end of the ship to the other end of the ship. I think it was one of the longest corridors on the ship. Now, we are in the bogs at the moment. We can see what a Titanic bog looks like. I mean, just look at the level of the detail in that sink. It's pretty good for a game, isn't it? Let's especially the fact I grew up with things like Driver 2, which the graphics were just terrible. As you can see, we got the toilets from the Torrington factory here. They're obviously not the toilets from the Torrington factory, but hey ho. Another toilet. Now, a little fact from the Olympic. I'm not sure if it's applied to the Titanic as well, but judging on this picture here, I can't see how and where you would flush it. But in the third class toilets, they had self-flushable toilets, so they would flush on their own. And the reason why that was because back in the old days, they didn't think anyone in third class would know how to flush a toilet. So, and back then you didn't really have flushing toilets in houses, so they didn't think someone from third class would know how to flush a toilet. So they put self-flushable toilets in the third class, and then flushable toilets in the first class, which a self-flushable toilet these days would be a luxury item rather than a non-luxury item. But how well things have changed. Now, I think this is the men's dining room for the third class, because they used to try and keep men and females separate to stop the men harassing the females. I do know a little bit about the Titanic, and I'm assuming this is third class because it's quite very bland in here. So, you know what I mean, you're not, third class sounds like what it is, third class. I mean, why are you going to give third class a grand opening? But I did hear a fact somewhere that third class on the Titanic was the equivalent of first class on a lot of other ships from back in those days. Pretty large, isn't it? It's obviously built to cater for a lot of passengers. Got another fire hose. They obviously were very fire conscious back then. There's quite a few toilets along this road. Got a bedroom. I have already been in a bedroom. These are quite standard bunk beds that I would expect to see on a ship, I suppose. Oh yeah, they go right up to the ceiling and all. That's pretty cool. Here's another toilet. I don't want to keep going in toilets, but there is quite a few toilets. Now, on the Titanic, I know they used a lot of communal toilets and stuff. I don't think there's much in here to see. Unfortunately, we can't go down there. It's blocked off by these chains, which is a bit of a shame because I would like to be able to explore more parts of the ship. Apparently, they used to have parties down here and stuff. I'm assuming these, as they go to the top, would open up or something, and then they would like lower cargo in. Maybe not, because they got those steel beams there. I haven't got a clue what these are for, because once again, I'm not really a Titanic professional. I would admit the boat is rather interesting, I've got to admit, and as I said, the Titanic, yeah, it's got to be probably by far at least the top 5 most desired explorers. I would love to explore the Titanic, but unfortunately, as I stated, it's 2 miles under the sea. You can't explore the Titanic, sadly. I mean, it'd be pretty awesome if you could, but I don't know. I suppose a game would have to be second best because, well, I'm not going 2 miles down under the sea. F that. Especially after that submarine imploding. Alright. Let's race down Scotland Road. Can you just imagine standing in here whilst it was flooding? I know one little fact. The water ran across the ceiling first, and as it ran across the ceiling, all the lights went out. Can you just imagine being in here full of people, lights going off one by one until you're in darkness, and that must have been hell of a terrifying. And then you could feel the water swooping up your ankles, and yeah, you know what I mean? It must have been hell of a terrifying to be in here when it was flooding. Hell of a terrifying. Once again, a very narrow corridor. I do wonder how you would get these doors open unless they were opened inwards. That would make sense. Can't see any hinges, so I don't know. There are more narrower little corridors on here if I can find them. Oh, the engine room. Now, I will admit, Honour and Glory, if you're watching this, I would like to be able to explore the engine rooms a lot more because, well, it is one of the most interesting parts of the ship. I'm pretty sure everyone would agree, and if I could actually urban explore the Titanic, well, I think I would spend an hour of the video would probably be the engine rooms. Like, look how amazing these gears were. And I mean, imagine standing in here as one of the ship, drivers, and seeing all these moving around to make the ship move, and this, that, and the other. Cool, it must have been a spectacular view. Absolute spectacular view. You got these dials here to tell you what to do with the engines, I suppose. What's that? Ooh, zooming in. There's a door there. Unfortunately, it's closed. And you've got this chain in the way here, so you can't actually have a proper explore, but it would be really nice to be able to walk around there freely. Like, I mean, there's another door down there, if I zoom in, another door there. That's the watertight doors for stopping the boat sinking. Obviously, they didn't work very well because the water just went over the things, as we well know. Oh, cool, look at that. I think that goes right up to the fourth funnel. Obviously, quite a common fact of the Titanic is the fact that the fourth funnel was almost a dud. It was and it wasn't. As you can see, it was used to have pipes going up, ventilating it, and ventilating the engine room. And not only that, it also had a chimney going up it for one of the smoking rooms. Don't mind getting a closer look. Can we go up that ladder? No, there's a stupid box in the way. I have seen other games, other simulators though, where people do get quite far up the funnel. It would be good to explore up there one day. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough. Back in Scotland Road, or whatever it's called, Scotland Corridor. Every Titanic enthusiast is probably shouting at me right now for calling it the wrong word. Cool, 20 minutes. Wow, wait. No wonder everyone's videos are so long on this. I have got the case of the coughing. Wow, wait, it's easy to get lost in this. Now, everyone thinks the reason why a lot of the third class got killed in the disaster of it sinking was because they just didn't have no lifeboats for them, and they were discriminated and locked in and blah 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 blah. But I see why it was such a problem now, because trying to find my way up the ship, it's nigh on impossible. I totally get why people struggled with it. I don't know how we teleport up here because I thought that was quite low down in the ship. But, well, we're now up on the top of the Titanic. As you can see, you got the chimney stacks, the funnels, that's what they're called. And you can see the fourth one having no smoke come out of it. Now annoyingly, every time you go through a gate it loads, so I mean you just gotta wait for it to load. And there's the ass of the ship. Yes, in my videos we call it an ass. It's probably a bit naughty for me to call it an ass. Once again, Titanic buffs are yelling at me because I called the back end of the Titanic an ass. Now I wish there was a sign to say what these rooms were. I'm assuming this was a smoking room because as you can see there's a smoking tin there on the table, matches. Once again, look at the detail in that. And yeah, not bad. Quite snazzy looking. It's where they all lit up their dupes, their doobies. Alright, how do we get to the ass end of the ship? This way. Lovely shot of the fourth funnel. Funnel then. Cool, look at the bench. Even the bench, like gold and looks quite grand. I've got to admit though, Honour and Glory, I've got to applaud you on just the detail of this game. Cool, we're going super speed because you're all probably getting bored of me slowly moving around. And we're right at the ass of the ship. Yeah. This is where everyone clinged on, trying to get away, far away from the water as possible. And this is where Rose and Jack clinged on until the ship finally went into the waters. This is the spare steering wheel to the Titanic. It had several steering wheels, I think, but this was like the spare one, just in case the first one broke for whatever reason. And yeah, so with these, you'd have one for one side of the ship, so one for the port side of the ship, another one for the starboard side of the ship. Why couldn't they just say left or right? Why do they have to give left and right a funny name? Dunno. These things here were to ventilate the ship, just for the record. You probably recognise them in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang when they went on the beach. They disguised themselves with one of them on their heads. And of course, this is 2003. No one's seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. You would have had to have been old to see that film. It's a classic. Cool. If you haven't seen that film, seriously, you got to sit down and watch it. Granted, it's the most boring film on the planet, but it is a classic. Yeah, that there goes up to the one of the masts or something. I don't want to go up the stairs. Oh, let's go in here. Oh, we have quite a nice seating room in here. Once again, got rolling tables and chairs around the rolling tables. Game of chess. This must have been the gaming room, because back in the old days they used to play games like that, not games on their mobile phones, because the mobile phone hadn't quite been invented. Is that book readable? Just zoom in. Nah, not quite. Level of detail, but oh, there's a glass of wine there. I suppose that's all you could do as a Titanic passenger, is get pissed right up, as you do. Don't know what this is. Oh, this is a lift. Wowee. So, just in case you're old or tired, there's a little seat you can sit in the lift. And, yeah, I'm assuming people just sat down and waited to drown in the lifts. I'm a miserable person. Now, Titanic, Honour and Glory, like, if you are watching this video, can you please do a full scale version of this ship sinking? That would be so cool. Like, I would just spend ages playing it. I don't think I would ever stop playing it. Like, a full scale game of this ship sinking would be so awesome. I think everyone would agree with that, this statement. A full scale game of this ship sinking would be so awesome. Now you're gonna have to do something about the lights going off though, because obviously if you get stuck in a dark patch, then it's gonna ruin the game a bit. But if you can sort that out for me, that would be so much appreciated. I would love a game where you could just sit in the ship whilst it sinks. That would just be so awesome. I mean, I want to see the water falling from the ceilings and all sorts. That'd be so cool. It would take a lot of calculating though, I will admit. I know they have made a simulator with like one room flooding, but that's going to be nothing in comparison to the whole ship sinking. As you can see, we've got the lifeboats here and the davits, made famous by the James Cameron movie. Now, you can't actually get to the front of the ship on this game yet, to the bit where Rose and Jack had their famous moment in the sunset. You can see it, you just can't get to it. Cool, I'd love to urban explore this ship. I think the closest I'll ever get to exploring the Titanic would be recognise these stairs. And the stairs Rose and Jack went up before whilst having an adventure down in the bottom of the ship. Now, as I was saying, the closest to exploring the Titanic I'll ever get would probably be the Queen Mary. Now, annoyingly, the Queen Mary is moored up in America, which I personally think is absolute sacrilege because it's a British ship and it should be in Britain. But it is what it is, unfortunately. I'd have to go to America to go and see it. But stupidly, some bright spot thought it'd be a good idea to sell it to the Yanks. God knows why. Britain always sell the best things to the Yanks. And then once again, you got these things here, and the main steering wheel, if you want to call it that, in the wheelhouse. So this is what it would look like for the captain to stand there and drive the Titanic for the ocean. You don't get much of a view, do you? Like, I mean, if you stood here, you got a bar in this pole in the way, and yeah, it'd be quite difficult to see anything, wouldn't it? But jokes aside, like, cool. Be quite tricky to see an iceberg from here, wouldn't it? And then I do know what this bit's for, though. This is one of the parts of the ship I do know what's for. Now, this is for mooring the ship up. So when you like turn up to New York, where it never went, you'd have a bloke standing in here, so you can see how close it is to the side of the mooring station. Cool, 34 minutes. This video's becoming quite long, so yeah. But now, anyway, I do know what this is, and as you can see, you get a nice view of the side of the ship. But if you look at the rear end, I don't quite know how it would work from the rear end because, well, you don't get much of a view. Lifeboats block it. Not sure if you get a better view on the other side. Let's have a look. Never really thought about it. Now you get a good view from the front, but quite a poor view from the back. The lifeboats block your view. You got another steering wheel in here. I don't know why it's got 3 steering wheels, because obviously we've seen the one on the ass end of the ship, and yeah, I don't know why you get 2 in here. Maybe it's because it's warmer in here and the captain doesn't want to be cold. I don't know. So it's red for port and green for starboard. Once again, these corridors are quite narrow. I couldn't imagine a fat person being able to fit down there. Now, if the Olympic was pretty much the same as the Titanic, it might have been one of the many reasons why the Olympic got scrapped, because obviously we got fatter, and well, a fat person would get stuck in these corridors, so obviously the Olympic got scrapped. One of the reasons was because it was rather out of date. So obviously a fat person would struggle to fit down these corridors. So I reckon, yeah, because we got fatter and couldn't fit down the corridors anymore, that'd be one of the reasons why the Olympic got scrapped. Just to add more reasons to why the Olympic got scrapped. This is the, was it Marconi machine? Where you would sit here, beep, 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 beep. And then these tubes here would be where the mail would come, so they would obviously send the mail or type the mail to the shore for whatever reason. The Marconi machine, that's what it's called. Can we see what it says on there? Oh, it's a telephone. Oh yeah, the Titanic did have telephones, didn't it? There we go. Of course, when you zoom in, it's quite hard to, yeah, you see what I mean? To call, press Navy phone. Now zooming out. Got your clocks. Don't know what this thing's for. Must be the on and off switch or something. Can we get in here? Yes. Oh, here's the batteries. And it's got its own alternator. Apparently this room went up with a bang when it sunk. Must have had a hell of a power in there. Right, oh, they got the beds as well. They're not bad looking beds. I mean, you got your drawers there and your wardrobe and a little sofa for staring at your bed whilst having a think, and you got your mirror and more storage compartments. It's not a bad little setup in here, is it? Assuming that you'd be spending most of your voyage in there. Cool, blimey. Just trying to see. Ah, here we are. Right, there's the grand staircase. Oh, this video's getting rather long, isn't it? I've been exploring the Titanic. Wowee, more machines. I don't know what these are for. They look like coffee machines. Yeah. I bet every Titanic buff is absolutely yelling at me for calling these coffee machines. Got a sink. Well, that's quite clearly a sink. Look at the handles, almost like industrial handles, and yeah, not bad. And then we're back to what looks like the grand staircase, back where we started from. So then, let's have a little venture around. Here's the gym. Oh, cool! Make the punch bag move. Oh, you've got a timer for the bikes. Quite a basic looking gym. I don't understand how you could actually get away with calling this a gym. It is pretty basic, you know what I mean? I don't even know what you would do with most of this stuff. Like, it's outdated. Like, the F is this thing? Ah, the pulleys there. You know, you don't get this sort of decor anymore, do you? It's like, cool, so beautiful. Oh, let's go downstairs. Don't think we've seen a lot of this yet. I know we've seen the stairs already, but can we go through here? Yeah, look at that. The doors spin. I wonder if they spun on their own when the ship was operating. Don't know. Cool. Wowee, look at this. This is rather luxurious. Look at this. Wowee. Can just imagine my auntie Posh Karen sitting in here. Yes, I do have an auntie Karen. Mind you, not a very good day to be called Karen. Yeah, cool. Can just imagine my auntie Posh Karen sitting in a place like this. Wowee. It does look rather luxurious. Mind you, back in the old days, this was what they considered a sofa or an armchair. And this was what they considered a sofa. They don't look very comfortable, do they? Not like what they are today. Well, I will admit, sofas have been improved over the years. I remember my mother, she helped my gran out one day, and she was pretty shocked she never sat on a single chair in her house. And I was like, well, they probably wasn't invented back when she was little, so why would she want to sit down? It's a fireplace. That's how they used to keep warm back in the old days. Back through the spinny door. I do like the spinny door. Well, let's go into super speed. Here's a bedroom. It's not actually a bad size, this bedroom. I think this might be almost, I don't know what this is. Might be first class or second class. Don't actually know. But look at that sink. Wowee. Not a bad looking bed neither. That's a double bed, I think. And even the pillows are pretty good quality. Like, you know what I mean? Like 2 pillows. Wowee. I mean, that's like proper luxurious. One of those old fashioned sofas that you would never want to sit on. Cool. Look at them, even the detail on the walls, like, I mean, that's pretty good going, that. Can we go in another bedroom? No. Nope. Nope. Well, anyway. I think we're coming close to the end of my video. I would like to explore another bedroom though before ending this video, because I know you can't get into a lot of them. Cool, I don't think I've ever been in here before. I have played this game a couple of times. I think this is the snob suite. So you would have to be a super snob to have a room like this. Like, cool, just look at that bedroom. That bed there. I mean, that's pretty good going, that. I mean, 2 pillows and yeah, very nice. And you got your double bed there. Don't know why you would have a basket. Maybe that's to drop your johnnies in after you've done the business. Oh no, they weren't quite invented back in the old days of the Titanic. Oh, false teeth. Yeah, that's where you put your false teeth. And then you had a door going straight out to... Oh no. Cool. Wowee. They even had a balcony back in those days. Where's this door go to? Don't know. Out to sea, I think. Can you go through this door? No, sadly. But now this is the super snob room. So you'd have to be a super snob to rent that room over a voyage. What's this room all about? Another super snob room. Cool. Now, you had to be absolutely filthy minted to be in one of these rooms, or a terrorist, like a terrorist leader, like the king or queen, to have a room like this. Like, look how luxurious it is. Luxurious. Like the super snob room. How many beds do they need? Like 1, 2. Do they count as one bedroom? Don't know. But cool. You'd have to be like a multi-millionaire to travel in one of those bedrooms. I think that's the same room again. Gentlemen. Yeah, they used to keep the men and the single men and the single females separate, so they didn't pester one another. Once again, a lot of the hallways, I mean, this seems like quite narrow to me, so as I keep saying, a fat person might struggle to get in one of those. That's nice and wide though, until you look at the door. And then we're back at a staircase. I'm not sure if this is because they had 2 grand staircases, didn't they? I'm not sure if they both had a dome like that on it though. Not 100% sure. As I said, I'm not a Titanic buff, so I wouldn't know. We're now at C deck. Got the barber shop. This is where you get your hair cut. I obviously wouldn't get my hair cut here because I haven't really got any hair for the barber to cut. Another corridor. Another corridor. Another corridor. Let's go in this one. I mean, even these bedrooms, I mean, this is quite nice. Like, I mean, I wouldn't actually mind travelling in a bedroom like this. It's not actually that bad. You've got your wardrobe, mirror, lamp. Yeah, it's not actually that bad. I mean, get your own bedroom. Ain't that half that bad, unless it was a worker's one. Don't know. Obviously, you wouldn't want every bedroom open because they all look the same, don't they? I'm assuming. That's the barber shop again. And then we got a eating station. Here's where I'm assuming you'll get your servings. I'll have a kebab, a burger, and a Hawaiian pizza, please. Yeah, right. These are to do silos for cups of, or hot water would be stored in these, I'm assuming. I mean, you still get these today. Oh, right, they've got water taps going into the back of them, I'm assuming. Or wires. I don't know how these work, but usually if you get these at work, you just fill them up with water and then it keeps it hot. So then you just come along and fill your cup of coffee up. Why do you have a tap there and then 2 taps there? It's like, what's the point in that? Obviously you have your hot and cold tap. Bit strange. Got something up there stored that way. Yeah, you got another silo thingy. I'm assuming that's for cooking on, but it doesn't look like an auger or a cooker. Because they used to call them augers back in the old days. And this just goes out to more boring corridor. Getting a problem with the zoom and another cough. I think this thing here is a heater. No, it looks like heat coming off of it, so it must be. Now, I think this is the 2nd grand staircase, because I do recall a 2nd grand staircase. Maids and saloon. Ah, whatever a saloon is. Where's super speed? Here it is. Alright. Oh, stairs. Stairs. Not a lot down here. Let's go back up the stairs. What's in here? Oh, not a lot once again. Get that quite a lot on my urban exploring videos. Oh, not a lot here. Oh, not a lot here. Oh, not a lot here. Right, let's go super speed down here. Ooh, 46 minutes. Wowee. It's probably not 46 minutes for you lot, probably a bit longer, but it is 46 minutes for me talking. We're on D deck. I think we've seen most of this. It is quite a big F-off boat, isn't it? Like, I can see why everybody's videos are so long exploring this game. I mean, it's a big ship, isn't it? Like, you really don't get. It's really cool to have a. It gives you a perspective of how big the ship is. I'm not sure if I've been in here yet. It is a piano. Piano. I don't know. What would this be? Second class or third? No, it will be third class. Definitely not. Might be second and first class because I'm assuming they would mingle a little bit. D deck. Here's the lifts. I think only first class was allowed to use the lifts. E deck. F deck. Now, you know what this deck's called, don't ya? Fuck deck. Now, the reason why it's called fuck deck is because it's an F. It must be hiding something. Yes, we are on fuck deck. What's this sign say? Cool, wow, you can actually read that as well. The Turkish baths hours are as followed. Available for ladies from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. Available for gentlemen from 2 to 7 p.m. Turkish bars there. Swimming will be open for gentlemen for 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and for ladies from blah 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 to blah blah blah. And yep. So back in the old days, ladies must have got up before men, hence the fact that ladies were allowed to go in the morning and men must have been lazy and stayed in bed most of the day. And yeah, you get the picture. Nah, I'm just taking the piss, but we don't need to see all of that again. I just wanted to have a look at the sign. Amazing, the detail. I wonder if you can see that sign there. The clock will be set backwards at midnight for 9 minutes. Why? Unless the clocks were going back. I don't know. Oh, I get it, because obviously it's a different time in America to what it is in the UK. Oh, I get it. Well, anyway, I think we've explored all the main parts of the ship. Well, there's probably other important parts of the ship I haven't looked at yet, but I mean, it's a hell of a hard to get round. I get lost all the time on it. I mean, I've played this quite a few times and explored around quite a few times because, well, you've got to admit, being able to explore the Titanic, that is just really cool. But this video's getting a bit ridiculously long now, so I think we'll shoot back up to where we started from and call this video a day, because yeah, it's going to start getting ridiculously long, this video, and nobody's going to want to watch it. So then, I hope you all enjoyed my urban exploring the Titanic. Sorry I can't come up with a lot of interesting facts about the Titanic because, well, I'm not a Titanic buff. I just think it's a pretty cool ship and etc. But yeah, if you lot enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like my channel, give it a subscribe because that will help me out very much. And let's get this channel growing, shall we? Yeah, hopefully the rain will ease off and I can do a real explore, not a video simulated explore. But you never know, I might do another exploring video with the Titanic because these games, they're bloody amazing. And cool, if they do one of the whole ship sinking, right, I'll be going on live streaming from now on because yeah, that would just be awesome. I mean, like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to explain how awesome that would be, and I would like to see people screaming and trying to get away from it. I want the real experience. That would be just so cool in every way. Like, I can't explain how cool that would be, but just, I mean, the abnormal way this ship sunk, you know what I mean? It would be just so cool to have that. But either way, I think we're going to call this video quits. I hope you all enjoyed this video of me exploring the Titanic, and I'll see you all in the next video where we hopefully do a real explore, or even better, see the process of the Torrington factory getting trashed. I don't know, whatever video I do next, it will be a video of some sort. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed, people, and I'll see you all in the next.